See, if you made $5,000 per day every 24 hours from the time Columbus first arrived in the US 530 years ago till today, you would still not have made up to $1 billion. Hey, what does that tell you? It tells you that you can never become a billionaire through hard work. Remember, I said per day, not per year, not per month. Hard work cannot get you there. Okay, in Nigeria there's a tribe called Igbo. Okay, in Igbo land there's a quote that says Ibambo biri juafo manobasinachi. You understand? It says that hard work can only put food on your table, but true wealth has to come from faith. Okay, so if you're thinking that by pouring in extra hours in your day you're going to be more successful, forget it. It's not going to work. Okay, it's just going to make a little extra cash for you to move around, but it's not going to be enough for you to accomplish anything. You understand? So what do you do from there? Now you've done your hard work. All right, everybody has only 24 hours in a day. You can't work more harder than every other person. Okay, but once you've done your hard work, you have to start thinking, how do I apply intelligence into this work I've done to multiply the output? The thing with hard work is that the input corresponds to the output. There's a formula that matches the input to the output. So, for instance, hard work, if you work 8 hours per day or 40 hours per week, you get $5,000 per month. That's hard work. It's a formula. So your bosses can measure how much they can pay you at the end of the month based on what you have done. So if you work 39 hours, their software will calculate it and pay you slightly less than $5,000. If you work bonus over time, they pay you. If your output can be calculated by your input, you're not going to get rich. It's not going to work. Through wealth, there is no way to match the input to the output. Yeah, have you seen true billionaires? They tell you they work hard. No. If you look, you see that they work 4 hours, 6 hours per day, and then their income per month is nothing matching that, because their income will far outweigh that. Even if they work 16 hours per day, like Elon Musk will always claim that he can do, all right? He works 16 hours per day. When you look at his income, there's no way to correspond it. His net worth is about $260 billion. There's no way you can match $260 billion to 16 hours per day. A lot of people work 16 hours per day. Uber drivers, doctors, they work 16 hours per day. But you can measure their output based on their income. So in this case, if you want your output to far outweigh your input, you have to focus on the fact that you have to apply intelligence into what you're doing. Every day you wake up, you have to ask yourself, how do I become smarter? What can I tweak in the way I work? In my hard work, what kind of intelligence can I apply in my hard work to make the output to far outweigh the input? It's intelligence. So if the field you're currently working cannot produce that kind of output, you have to leave the field, move into another field. A good example, Obama was a lawyer. There was no way on earth he was going to become that rich as a lawyer. And he was not just an ordinary lawyer. He had the summa cum laude in school. He was really smart, like top of the class when he was graduating. But he knew one thing: if he really wanted to get rich, all right, and fulfill his destiny, law wouldn't give him that. You know, especially as a black man. What did he do? He moved into another field that had that potential, which was politics. He played his game for 10-15 years and boom, he was there as the first black president of the US. Now if you compare the hours he worked per day, he probably worked less than most lawyers today, but he was in the right field. So that small intelligence, political intelligence, was what worked for him. So how did he apply that intelligence? He started community work, because he knew that this will help him when he gets to the position to run for presidency. You understand? He started running for smaller political positions. I believe he lost the first or second time or something like that. He wrote books. This is intelligence. By the time he was coming to run for presidency, he had a story. There was things people could relate to about him, and boom, it created the kind of result that he and his lineage will continue to enjoy. So if you want to grow like that, you have to start asking yourself, what is the field? Look at your field. Are there people making that kind of output? That's the easiest place to start. What you're doing now, are there people making that outrageous output? If you find them, fine. Copy exactly what they're doing. If they had a master's degree, go for a master's. You understand? So once you have listed 5-10 people in your industry that had that kind of output, list the things they have and start getting them. It will produce you that kind of result. But if you can't find in your industry at all people that are that stupendously rich, forget it. Leave that industry. It will never benefit you anything. You're not about to be the first person to shock the world in that area. It's possible, but of course it's way harder. All right, and you have to have a lot of luck. Okay, so look for an industry that is adjacent, that you can quickly adjust to within a year or two, but it has way more potential. That is how you're going to create wealth. You can't create wealth by hard work, working extra hard, motivating yourself, reading motivational books. See, no matter how much you motivate yourself, you can't motivate yourself into 25 hours per day or 26 hours per day. At the end of the day, everybody gets 24. So if you want your 24 hours to be worth more than other people's 24 hours, you have to apply intelligence. That's why everybody has a copy of a human brain. The human brain is the most powerful thing God ever created. Ever. Most powerful. Most powerful thing in existence is the human brain. For you to have a clean copy of a functioning one, it means that there is potential every morning you wake up for you to think of a solution that nobody within your field has thought of. Or you mesh two different fields and create a new dynamics that will make sure that your input cannot be compared to the output that you generate in a few years. So like, follow and subscribe, and as I bring you more details like this. Thank you very much. See you.